Verse 12. Vatomer haisha תדברנה שפחתך אל אדוני המלך דבר. ויאמר דברי. The woman said. תדברנה is our first point of interest. It is a pausal, imperfect, third person feminine singular. So she will speak in the imperfect. It's being used as a jussive, which again you can sort of guess from the na. So may she speak? Who? Shifchatcha, your maidservant. May your maidservant speak, and then right the way to the end is the object, speak a word. So the first point is that this is, although it looks like the usual imperfect, yudaber, tudaber, it is being used as a jussive. We must always, in your translations, be mindful that a third person imperfect could be a simple imperfect, or it could be a jussive. That's the first point. The second point is this segol. If you're up to scratch with your paradigms, then you'll remember that that you would expect this stem vowel to be a tsere, the two dots, yudaber, tudaber. What's happened is that because this word tudaber has been joined to the next by this makef, this word has lost its main stress. The main stress is now on na. You can see that there's no accent on this word. So this accent, that's called a darga, this darga is taking the accent of this whole unit. And so, if this was a tsere here as expected, we would have the syllable ber, which would be a closed syllable that was unaccented. Now, Hebrew does not like to have a long vowel, and tsere is always a long vowel, in a closed unaccented syllable, and it has various means of avoiding that situation. One means, which happens very, very regularly, is that the tsere is turned into a segol, which can be a long or a short vowel, and so in this case it can be just a short segol, ber, with the main stress then on na. So that is just to explain that small detail. Why do I have a segol here instead of a tsere? May your maidservant speak a word el Adoni HaMelech, to my lord the king. And he said, Daberi. Again, it's a pausal. This time it's an imperative, the command form. He said, speak. You might be thinking that the feminine singular imperative should be daber, daberi, daberi with a shewa under the bet. Daber, daberi, daberu, daberna. And ordinarily, of course, the imperative does have a shewa here, because the chirik yod, as it were, opens up this syllable and the vowel drops out. Daber, daberi. Here, though, the fact that this is the last word of the verse means that this accent, the siluk, causes lengthening of that shewa back up to its full vowel, daberi, which, again, is a long explanation just to explain that small detail. Why do we have a tsere here on the imperative when we would expect a shewa?